It all happened when I got free from my summer exams and finally got 3 months of holidays after a hectic year at high school. We were a family of 4. My father's name is Jacob, my mother's name is Judith, and then there's me, Toby, and the last comes my younger brother, William. I was 17 years old at that time, while my younger brother was 14. We used to go to the same school. When summer vacation started, our family planned to go camping after 2 weeks, as my father was getting holidays from work. I was really excited to go, as I was fond of traveling. I wanted to flex in front of all my friends that I was going to go camping. I planned so much to do while we were out in the woods camping. I had decided to take the best sunset shots so I could post them on my Instagram page. Those 2 weeks felt like a whole month, but they passed by. I remember it was a Friday morning that we were loading the SUV with all our luggage. Soon after that, we were on our way to the camping site. We left early in the morning, around 5 a.m., as our plan was to reach the campsite by afternoon. I had my AirPods on, and I was listening to music. After making a couple of stops, we had reached the camping site. It was quite late according to our expectations of reaching there by afternoon. We took all the luggage out slowly and moved to a camping spot. The place was beautiful, with birds chirping while the leaves on the trees were dancing to the cold breeze. The golden sun let its rays through the leaves and branches onto the ground, giving it a golden shade. The smell of the wet soil and fresh air was so peaceful. I closed my eyes and took a deep, relaxing breath. I helped my dad and William set the tent up. It was big enough to fit us 4 with ease. Usually the campsite is crowded during the summers, but it was empty today. It was just us and a few more families who were at a distance from us. My mom took out sandwiches from a box which she made at home. "Fresh sandwiches for everyone," she said. We decided to take a break and have some sandwiches before setting it up. After we were done with everything, we took some pictures, set the fireplace up, and sat around it. It was already dark and really cold, so cold that I had to wear my winter jacket. We didn't do too much that day and went inside our camp early to sleep as we were all tired. I had a very weird dream that night. We were sleeping in our tent and I could see a dark figure staring at our camp. And then the next thing I knew, it was right beside me. I gasped, woke up sweating and breathing heavily. I just laid there thinking about my plans for tomorrow to calm me down. And soon after that, I had fallen asleep. The very next morning, I woke up early, a little before sunrise as I wanted to see it. Everyone else was sleeping in the tent. I grabbed my jacket and went out. The sight was extremely beautiful. Fresh air, birds chirping, the sky turning blue while the golden sun was rising from the east. I took some pictures of the rising sun which turned out to be better than my expectations. The remaining family woke up and we had breakfast together. After breakfast, my dad told us there was a lake, and we all packed our stuff into the tent and left for the lake. It was a short hike. I picked up a fallen tree branch to help me with the path. When we reached there, the sight was superb. The sun rays were making the lake shine. My little brother, William, quickly ran towards the lake as if he wanted to see it from a close sight. "Be careful," said our mom. While he was standing beside the lake, he slipped in. "William!" our mom shouted. William was drowning. My mother and I screamed while Dad jumped into the lake to save William. Mom and I were screaming continuously while we saw William going deeper and further into the lake. Our dad was swimming towards him as fast as he could. My mother and I were standing next to the lake, waiting for Dad to find him and bring him back. 5 minutes felt like an hour passed by. Dad found William, but he wasn't conscious. He was bringing him towards us. As soon as he reached us, our mom grabbed William's arms and then let them go. She grabbed him again and pulled William outside. But something pulled our dad into the lake. I screamed. There were some people who jumped into the lake to save Dad, but unfortunately, they didn't find him. William woke up coughing water. Mom hugged him, but she felt her arms burning, so she let him go. It was some other kid who didn't look anything like William. "Mom, why are you so frightened?" he asked. He sounded exactly like William. Mom and I were still crying because of Dad. I told William, but he didn't really care. I touched him, and my finger burned as if I was touching acid. The people there apologized for not being able to find our dad, and then we went back to the camp traumatized. I couldn't stop thinking about him. There was something off with William. At nighttime, we three went to bed together. I was still thinking about Dad and had a really hard time falling asleep. It was around 2 a.m. when my mom woke up. "William's gone," she said. We quickly got out of bed and out of camp worried to find William, standing there looking at us with the evilest smile ever. It wasn't my brother William. I just knew it, but my mom didn't want to believe that. I saw something which wasn't believable. William's arms and legs started to stretch into some monstrous claws. His back started cracking, and it kept growing while he turned into a two-horned demon. He screamed loud. I saw my mom standing there, shocked and crying. I quickly went into the camp, grabbed the car keys, and pulled my mom, instructing her to run. I could hear William, or whatever monster that was, chasing us and throwing branches at us. We sprinted as far as we could. After a while, I couldn't hear that monster behind us, but didn't bother looking back. Then all of a sudden, I felt a sharp pain on my back and woke up sweating in bed, looking around to find out that I was in my house, in bed, and it was just a horrible dream. I was glad it was a dream. I got out of bed and peeked into William's room to find him sleeping peacefully in bed. I smiled at him and went back to bed.